iPads don't get enough credit for their gaming potential. They are rocking incredibly powerful graphic chips nowadays that can deliver experiences on par with PCs and consoles. So today, we're taking a look at 10 games to play on iPads in 2020. For reference, all games except one have been played and externally recorded on an iPad Pro 4th Gen. Number 10, we have Pascal's Wager. Until Pascal's Wager, nothing had provided a quality Souls-like experience on mobile. While it doesn't quite have From Software's AAA pedigree, this offering gets the job done. Graphically, this one is on par with a 7th generation console. That said, the game still packs advanced features under the hood. We're talking Metal 2 shaders, spatial audio, controller support, post-processing effects such as anti-aliasing and bloom, and 60 FPS support on iPad, and 120 FPS support on iPad Pro. In the game, you can jump into a dark world filled with dangerous creatures. Select one of 4 characters, all with different abilities. Pascal's Wager is supported on iPads back to 2014, but for the best experience, play the game on an iPad released since 2018. It costs $6.99 USD on the App Store and has in-app purchases for DLCs. Number 9 is Hot Lava and its new AR mode. 3D platformer Hot Lava was released back in September 2019. However, in September 2020, it received a fancy new AR mode for 4th Gen iPad Pros only. You see, this mode takes advantage of the new LiDAR scanner on the iPad Pro 4th Gen. LiDAR allows the game to interact with the real world, blurring the lines between the physical and virtual world. Place hot lava objects into your living room and climb your walls, jump on your furniture, and dodge molten lava cracks. There is no real goal here. Instead, it's up to you to make your own fun. Make sure you play in a well-lit and open location so tracking is accurate. When it works, it's such an amazing and immersive mode. I suggest only playing in short bursts though, as it's easy to get disorientated. Hot Lava is available to Apple Arcade subscribers on the App Store. Number 8, we have Shadowgun War Games. Jump into a multiplayer sci-fi tactical FPS. Don't go into this thinking it plays like Call of Duty Mobile, which I showed in last year's episode, by the way. In War Games, enemy players take a number of bullets to take down. Weapons take on a similar format to TF2 or Overwatch, and movement is rather slow. That isn't a negative, I just wanted to point that out. Drop into team deathmatch, zone control, capture the flag, ranked match, and so forth. Plus, invite friends into your party, use text or voice chat, unlock a number of heroes, and enjoy controller support. The game also supports 60 FPS on iPad and 120 FPS on iPad Pro. Shadowgun War Games is best played on iPads back to 2015. The game is free to play. Number 7 is Thronebreaker. The realm is in chaos. As Queen Maeve, it's up to you to save it in the riveting Thronebreaker. Thronebreaker is set in the Witcher universe and is a single-player spin-off of the multiplayer card battler Gwent. Blending role-playing and strategy into a unique role-playing experience, players can explore a huge map, chat with NPCs, gather resources, fight unsettling enemies, and enjoy over 28 hours of gameplay. That means the game is about 4.37 gigabytes in size. Keep that in mind. Its setup and gameplay are perfect for the large screen of an iPad. I especially love playing the game with a Bluetooth mouse. Mind you, it doesn't have official mouse support, but it's fully playable with Apple's on-screen cursor. Thronebreaker is supported on iPads back to 2014, but for the best experience, play the game on an iPad released since 2018. The game costs $9.99 USD. Number 6, we have Rebel Racing. Rebel Racing is an arcade experience where you collect heaps of supercars and compete in a series of events and missions, all taking place on the road or off-road. Your goal here is to be the #1 racer in America. Please note, the game is still in a very early state. I say that because it's still being heavily updated each month with more cars, tracks, mechanics, graphic improvements, and so forth. So keep that in mind before you download it. Thankfully, Rebel Racing is free to play anyway. The game should be supported on most iPads, but for the best experience, keep it to iPads released since 2015. The game doesn't support controllers, unfortunately. Number 5 is Song of Bloom. I always love to put unique puzzle games on these iPad lists. Last year was Aloha, which was about experimenting with music. This year it's Song of Bloom, which presents a story told in rapidly changing art styles. Enjoy a series of layered and intertwined levels that invite you to tap, shake, draw, and explore. As you play, you'll witness different visual elements, from real video footage, clay motion, stop motion, and 3D and 2D animation. Song of Bloom delivers an innovative, handcrafted gameplay experience with great design. In fact, Apple honored the game, awarding it an Apple Design Award for 2020. Song of Bloom is supported on most iPads out there. It goes for $1.99 USD, not much. Number 4, we have Far Lone Sails. I love post-apocalyptic games, and Far Lone Sails is one of my favorites. It's great how it doesn't focus on violence, zombies, action, or terrifying horror. It's just you and a vehicle going on a mission to find civilization or just something. I'd say the game is a mix of atmospheric adventure and simulation. On your journey, you must maintain and upgrade your vehicle to traverse further, attach a sail, attach a repair system, attach a vacuum, and keep loading fuel into the tank. I can't promise everyone will love the game. It's quite slow, for example, but the atmosphere, it's beautiful and relaxing, despite it being set in a dried out seabed. You can play Far Lone Sails with a controller or keyboard. However, both those accessories work for gameplay only, not menu interaction. Far Lone Sails is supported on iPads back to probably 2014. It costs $3.99 USD on the App Store. Number 3 is The Pathless. The Pathless is a full console game on Apple Arcade. You don't often see those. In fact, it's a PS5 launch game too. The iPad version is the same game found on any other platform, containing all the same content, all the high-res graphics, effects, and controller support. But on iPad, it's capped at 30 frames. This is to avoid your iPad getting too hot. Become a hunter, a master of archery, and travel to an island to rid a curse of darkness overshadowing the world. Explore with your eagle friend, hunt corrupted spirits, perform fluid acrobatics, and execute awesome trick shots with a unique archery system that allows effortless shooting while moving at high speeds. The Pathless is demanding. It is supported on all iPad Pros released since 2017 and all other iPads released since 2018. The Pathless is available to Apple Arcade subscribers on the App Store. Please note, the game is not out right now. It is releasing next week on the 12th of November. You can pre-order it right now on the App Store, however. Number 2, we have XCOM 2 Collection. XCOM 2 is a fantastic turn-based strategy game where you'll bring down an alien regime. This is the complete experience of XCOM 2 War of the Chosen, including 4 DLC packs in a single package with no in-app purchases. The developer, Feral Interactive, had to redesign the controls, reduce the install size from 40GB on PC to just 8.15GB on the App Store, and had to get the game to perform well on devices with vastly reduced system memory. Users can even transfer their saves between the PC versions of XCOM 2 on Steam by logging into iCloud on their desktop machine and manually moving save files. Amazing. XCOM 2 is supported on all iPad Pros released since 2017 and all other iPads released since 2019. The game also supports keyboards for shortcuts. XCOM 2 costs $24.99 USD. Number 1, we have Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact is an open world adventure with some role-playing elements. The game was inspired by Breath of the Wild, so much of the gameplay is similar, from climbing tall mountains, swimming across rivers, gliding over the world, cooking, and so forth. However, Genshin Impact differs somewhat. With an original story and characters, the gameplay revolves around assembling a party of multiple characters, and the combat is based on interactions between different elements. 60 FPS gameplay is available here, but I don't suggest that you use it, as playing at this high frame rate for this game can make your iPad get quite hot. Genshin Impact is officially supported on iPads released since 2018, but it might work on ones released before that. It's free, so you're not going to lose anything by just downloading it. It has all the content and polish one could easily expect from a retail package, at least from what I can see. The game doesn't have controller support, which sucks. Please add it. Here are some bonus games for your iPad. League of Legends Mobile Wild Rift is currently out in beta in select countries. Wild Rift is set to fully release sometime in 2021. Company of Heroes is a critically acclaimed World War II RTS. Company of Heroes costs $13.99 USD. Warface Global Operations is a modern multiplayer FPS. It's free to play. In 2020, War Robots was completely remastered with striking new graphics and 60 FPS support. War Robots is free to play. Beyond a Steel Sky is the long-awaited sequel to the cult classic Beneath a Steel Sky. Beyond a Steel Sky is available on Apple Arcade. Ninth Dawn 3 is a huge 2D open-world RPG. It costs $9.99 USD. Space Marshals 3 is a fantastic top-down shooter. It is free to try with an in-app purchase of $3.99 to buy the full game. Do you play games on an iPad? If so, what ones, and on which device? I'd love to know in the comments. As always, leaving a like supports the video's performance, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe and turn on notifications to stay up to date with everything Apple gaming related. These videos are quite expensive to produce, so if you want to support me, there is a Patreon link in the description. Anyway, my name's Stewie, and thanks for watching.